So I'm gonna go over the cookbook, which is like for now like a Discord server that has like a lot of Falcon information. It's like free. I think he's trying to like release it towards like all of make a website maybe in the future, but I think it's pretty much worked on by him, Chef Rock, and Zedy. And you know, I want to give my honest opinions of basically most of the shit he has on here. And for today, I'll go over like the basics. I did skim this before I want to start, and I gotta say there's a lot of things that are like really good in spite of it being just basics, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna give my honest opinion on Chef Rock. Also, yeah, it's pretty awesome he made this resource. I think more people should know about it. And yeah, I want to give my honest opinion. Is it just like learning a bag of tricks? Is it telling people to play a certain way only? Or is there like legitimate info? So yeah, I'll give my honest like opinions on basically everything that I see today for basics. So let us start. How to play melee. Okay, I don't need to go over that. Questions or concerns? If anyone wants to support this project, okay, there's a Patreon. Yeah, if you guys want to support Zedy and Chef Rock, then consider subbing to his Patreon. Alright, so melee info. Detail throws, text, get up frame data. I don't feel like a great need to go over a lot of this. Well, at least the first two. Let's talk about like how to become quick, easily. Optimize your input path to be as short as possible. Yeah, it's true. Like the moonwalk, moonwalking, like it's very non-intuitive. You gotta like know how it works. If you do the full like 180, unless you like do it really fast, like you don't have to do that motion. You just gotta go from like one gate to like a certain one. You skip like a lot of the extra fluff. So I guess this is like pretty on point. Optimize your input path to be as short as possible. I can't really argue with that. I also have a moonwalking video on my YouTube. People tend to like it. So check this guy's out. Jack Kenny, fellow Falcon main, or mine. There's plenty of moonwalking videos out there. Ooh, pretty juicy. Pretty solid choice. Edge cancel in general, like it's a good tactic. I've been doing it more. None loves doing it. He likes doing like stomp edge cancel or like you know, whatever move, and it kind of lets Falcon like be more aggressive by flying around. So this is a cool way to do it though, like weaken the upper like that. They fuck up. Pretty quick. Like, what if he didn't like go too high? But it does look really cool. Ooh, that's sick. I love edge canceling Randall like that. That guy was like, oh shit. He upbeat so far away, he still got upbeat. That's tight. That guy was like mad scared. Didn't fucking matter. Yeah, overall I like the gifts presented thus far. Moonwalking is it's not like the greatest tool ever, but it's really good for flying the fuck out there with your back turned towards like the edge. Why is that kind of important? Because you can like grab the edge like easily without being. And you know, you fly the fuck out there, and it's really good to do even if you don't throw a move out. It's probably gonna make him do like a certain recovery that's good for you. So obviously good to know. And this one does moonwalk, sticky walk, and boost run. I don't really do sticky walks and boost runs, but could be cool, could be useful. It's worth checking out. A nice video explaining why you don't have to need to press LRZ twice on hit and whiff. I didn't know that was a thing. I've never hit it twice. ECF 0.8. All the wiggle out stuff. Time to never get gimped by Marth Sheik or get your double jump caught by Fox. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know wiggling out was not 100%. I guess that's kind of cool to know. Alright, frame data. Alright, frame data. I'm not a big frame data guy. I will tell you guys like some simple stuff to like, how do I study frame data effectively? Personally, I like, if I were to use it, I like seeing when a move comes out. Like, you know, when you input a move. How long does it take before the hitbox comes out? When you study like any character, like, that's the window as the move's coming out that you can like hit them. Or knowing that you can get hit. So, like, for example, Nair hits 7 through 12. That means there's six frames where there's no hitbox coming out. And there's obviously like a gap in the middle. If you fight like a elites, spacey, they're really good at hitting you between hits. There's 8 frames where there's a window. And again, not a big frame data guy, but everyone's different. And if I'm more of like a play the game and intuitively understand it, but looking at the data, it can't really hurt for anybody, and it makes sense. Like, it's just like confirming like my thoughts on moves. Like, Falcon has like an ass hitbox, you know. It's good for like reverse Nair, for example. It's like, okay, that makes sense, and so forth. All very good to look at. It's not for me really, but again, even for someone like me, it can't really hurt. Jump, airborne, or frame 3, frame 5. Same as Falco, I believe. I don't know. I usually adapt pretty quick when I switch characters, but you know, it's important for a lot of people, especially when they're starting out. Just knowing like, when do I actually? How long does it take to actually get airborne? You know, that's pretty solid info. Every character is kind of different. 1 frame slower. Okay, yep, 6 frames. Again, I'm not big on it, but I am not against it at all. Moves. Beginner. Side B has initial pullback. Yep, that's true. Classic Lord. That's a good trick. It's still a pretty good trick. Most Sheiks will try to like invincible attack on stage. This also catches like double laser Falcos if they're doing it stupid. That's a good play that I still think is good in 2021 against some people. Knee jab. That's a good one. Going behind Marth with the pullback. When I thought of like side B's being a pullback, it's mostly like when you're like facing them. But this one's like really fucking good. Like you go completely behind them. Every Marth's like a fucking shield grab noob, you know, or like a Sheik. Especially against Marth, that's just like a kill at low percent. When I beat Zane at not a what's it called for a loco, I beat him at a Luz tournament. I like kept side being him and like doing something like this, like on Stadium. I knew he's just gonna match grab and going like crossing them up like that is like underused, but it's really fucking good. I gotta start doing that more. Okay, take laser, side B. Looks like he CCs the laser, so there's less stun. Which is like pretty newer school tactic. There's not a lot of stun when you get hit by a laser, but there's even less when you CC it. So he combined that with CCing the laser into quick side B. Pretty good. That's just improving Falcon's defense overall. I can't say you can like rely on that completely, but it's definitely something. You can like match out gentlemen. In this case, side B. Tricky spots. Even like double laser from ledge, you can like CC the lasers and like potentially counterattack. When in the past, it's just like a no-win spot for Falcon. Yeah, side B. Pretty risky and raw neutral. I only like it against like Marth. But in spots where like you can bait out stuff, the pullback and like the risk reward. Risk is usually pretty high always, but you know, it's good. That's good. Always think about it. A lot of like Falcon's meta now is like about baiting them, like making it look like you're kind of unsafe, and then doing a move with like pullback or like dash dancing back and forth and coming back. Like hit deep with like a knee or like a nair and then You can side B or you can dash away, come back. That's like really important nowadays. Because a lot of people still want to like shine out a shield, then you catch them slipping. Some people just don't want to be in shield, so they try to like jump down and do something. Like, it's really good. Falcon's upper and backer, all cancel and fast fall. You can do a short hop, immediate backer upper. You can do a slightly delayed fast fall and still all cancel. Okay, that's kind of cool. I never once thought about doing that. At least slightly way to land from the move. You're also able to double jump before you land. Okay, that's a pretty good trick that I actually had never used ever in my life. So I do like doing like the no fast fall and like sometimes double jumping out of like a backer or upper, especially like in teams. It's like a good mix up, especially in teams. Yeah, it's a good trick. Perfect nair. 20 seconds. All right, fine. Hotel for Frogs, thanks for the 4 months. This video doesn't really do it for me. Maybe it will for you. Just gotta input nair, fast fall, right timing. It's like a, you gotta kind of grind it out, in my opinion, and work on. Be good at like hitting people when you went on hit and off hit too. It's slightly different timing when you, and generally when you hit people with moves on shield, or when you hit them. Beginning aerial falcon kick stops you in mid-air. This is a great last resort for escaping juggles without your double jump. This guy's getting flexed. Yeah, pretty good against Marth. It's a good way to land. And overall, like a pretty decent choice. If you get like there's like a hitbox that's when you're traveling and when you hit the ground. And it'll catch some people off guard, but it's good for just landing. Like here, do you like want to up B and probably like get hit a lot and die, or just land ASAP and have like good defense after the effects, or you hit them? Sometimes you want a falcon kick for sure. Like he didn't have to falcon kick, but if he didn't like do a falcon kick, he probably would have got hit by the forward smash as a read, you know? Like, can you wiggle out and do another move? You're probably going to get hit, and you other choice is to jump up, which you might not want to do in case he didn't forward smash. It's generally a good choice to like sometimes like, all right, I'm down a falcon kick because I have no double jump. I'm going to hit the ground and have good defense after. I'm going to do some like onset attacks if I have to. And at stages like FD, I actually recommend it a lot because you know, you want to get your jump back. If you're going to try to like keep going high and up B in, you're probably just going to die. But if you land on the ground and take a hit, but you have good defense, your chances of survival are like decently higher. So yeah, it's good. What is this? Tipper backer hits further than more inside hitboxes. So if you're hitting him with like a more inside hitbox, let's go back to the backer. According to this cookbook, if you hit him with the more inside non-tip part, like his elbow, there's 3 hitboxes. I guess if you hit him with like the more inside ones, it's a little weaker. Did I know that? I gotta admit, I didn't know that. It's interesting. I usually like react to like how people get hit, you know. Yeah, I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Maybe I know it like intuitively. Anyways, so I need to pull it back in situations. Yep, classic, choice. I generally don't like side being that much though. It's a good choice against people who like grab like a noob a lot. It's good against Marth too in general. Against Marth, side Bs are good. Just by nature of like how Marth attacks and they grab heavy. I still don't recommend it a lot. It's a good choice to like counter people sometimes, but you gotta play the player more to justify it a lot. Using it more than like a couple times. Sure, back air and up air technically, but back air is way more useful. Delay auto cancel back air like none did. Yeah, I like doing that. That's a pretty nifty trick that can use. Like it's a good thing to have in your bag of tricks. If you back air up air, you can like quickly double jump, and Waveline's a pretty strong choice out of it. Yeah, mixes with neutral. None is really, when he's on point, Nune's like really fucking good at mixing people up. He might be good in that respect. That's a hog outline. Okay, well, I learned something pretty good. I didn't know that, you know, the inner hitbox is like weaker in knockback. I just thought people like DI like horribly. Now I know that's not true. I just thought they had like god awful DI. Like I'm like, damn. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Forward smash pullback to counter walls. Yeah. Again, Falcon has a lot of like good pullback moves. Underused call out for forward smash. Base shield grab. Yep, another good pullback choice. Side B, forward smash. Maybe even up tilt. I gotta lab that one out. But Falcon's got some choices that are underused, so I like them putting this section because you know, that's pretty solid. Stronger ones? In terms of like power, yeah. It's hard to use, it's situational, but it's got like a solid use if you got a good read going, you know. Underused also you look like the biggest idiot if you whiff. Sometimes people want to roll and they force smash and like it actually hits them pretty often. Despite the nature of the move, the pullback and the strong hit. It's like a Falcon classic, like you accidentally want to like roll on these before it smash and it hits him. Interesting fact about melee is that retreating while using aerial increases the range. Be cool if there's like a side-by-side pick, but the range increases when you are retreating. Yeah, the disjoint's really good. I mean, that's probably why like when you aerial drifts, no fastfall aerial drifts, it like tends to really destroy bad approaches. Retreating there is a classic. Back air. Knee is not used as much, but still useful. Stomp's a classic. Attempts to hide is generally slow. Aerial startup time. Superior mobility. Yeah, that's true. Falcon's weakness is that he has a lot of startup on his moves when he's close. He doesn't have like a quick broken choices like other top tiers, generally speaking. Also hurting his out of shield game too. A lot of people are like, what do I do out of shield when I'm getting like pressured by like a spacey? A lot of times you want to just escape. You try to attack, unless you know what you're doing or they did like a laggier move. Based on how they hit you, like when they hit you, what like you could have a possibility to like counter, but usually you want to escape unless they fucked up. As a rule of thumb. I'm like pretty good at like seeing like a mistake, which is like oh they spaced like kind of bad, or the timing is off. It's really like a feel that you develop, but most of the time you just want to escape. Anyways, unlike other characters, you want to start moves well before entering the actual range of the move. Generally speaking, I'd have to agree. I wouldn't say that's like a fact. He does have quick moves, but they aren't as like versatile or as good as other characters. But as like a rule of thumb, again, I think that's a sound thing to say. Because moves are active for more than one frame. Stomp. Yep. Yep, I love aerial a lot. I like to drift, space around people. And it's very useful. That's why I like C-stick all my aerials, so I can like manipulate Falcon's drifts as much as possible. Very true. There is a weakness to that. If you are like a aerial heavy Falcon, you're really bad at hitting people low. Like, generally speaking. So people can like cross you up. A lot of people when they dash, they duck. They tend to duck. So, the best players that understand this, they'll like cross you up a lot. Or like the way they'll like attack you will be in a way that there'll be spots where you can't really cover as well because of the nature of Falcon's moves. Like for example, Marth has the most broken dash in the game. He fucking like ducks down to the ground, and his hitbox, hurtbox is like way like smaller than it looks vertically. Whoa, what a crazy picture. Shuffle knee range, aerial drift range. I don't actually understand that picture. Looking edge guards. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Sometimes you want to reverse it too, if they're like more inside. If you go for like a non-reverse knee, if they're like going inside, they'll like sometimes barely whiff. The caveat is that you gotta turn around, so you waste a little bit of time. But reverse knee is good. Why? Because you can like double jump and grab ledge. When in this spot you can't. You have to like basically double jump up B really quick. So it's like a trade-off. And Wizzy's like weak knee gimp. It was like pretty broken when he started doing it. It's still a good choice, but a lot of the good foxes like can actually reverse the situation. That being said, doing the Wizzy, at least as a mix-up, still like quite strong. So get to practice. There is like a skill cap to it. You gotta have like a crispy hit, and you want to grab the ledge ASAP. So you gotta double jump, sweet spot, and then up B like at perfect timing to grab the ledge as quick as possible.